try to be a reasonable person. I try not to be an angry person, because if you watch, some of the initial videos on this channel, I was a bit of an angry person. I used to rant a lot. I used to complain about a lot of things. And over the years, I've tried to mellow out. The doctors have upped my medication, trying to keep me a nice, sane, stable individual. But sometimes things happen in life that just throw everything off, and you yearn for something. You're looking forward to something, and then when you actually get it, it's not quite what you expected, but then it gets progressively worse as you continue to experience it. And when it comes to my money, I still get very upset. If I spend money on something, or somebody takes money from me, or anything that involves my money, I get pissed off. And Gran Turismo 7 Gran Turismo 7 has managed to do it. It's managed to break me. It's managed to make me do one of my old style rants in 2022. And maybe this is good. Maybe this will be therapeutic for me, because this game is absolute bullshit right now. Absolute bullshit. And you're probably thinking, I'm putting a little hyperbole into this, but I'm really not, because I'm so damn frustrated with this game. And the thing of it is, the game itself is great. It's fantastic. I know I said this in my video on Sunday, but I am a fan of simulation racing games. I love cars. I love car shows. I love going to car shows. I love modifying cars. I love driving cars. And it's just something I've always enjoyed. It's something I've always been attracted to. And Gran Turismo has always been the franchise for me. Gran Turismo 2. I used to play that on my Dreamcast, which allowed you to play certain PlayStation 1 games on your Dreamcast with better visuals and better output. And it was fantastic. There's of course stories about how Dreamcast was a big problem, but you can play like Tekken 3 on there, Metal Gear Solid, and Gran Turismo 2. And with Gran Turismo 2, it started my love with cars. At that time you had like the Fast and the Furious franchise. You had to Gone in 60 Seconds get that reboot. I loved those movies. I loved them as a kid because they were awesome. And then when I got to drive, I started modifying cars. But going back to Gran Turismo 7, I spoke very positively about the game, as far as the visuals, as far as the performance, as far as driving your vehicles, as far as what the game is about. It executes it very, very well. It's a very fun game. It is a proper evolution of the Gran Turismo franchise. Maybe not a full-on evolution, maybe not something like starting from the ground up, but it's impressive enough to me, coming off of GT Sport, that I'm having a great time with it. I'm having a great time with the core game. But there was a few things that I mentioned in that video, basically talking about some overpriced cars in this game. And these cars are ridiculously priced, and it becomes a problem because you don't earn credits or money in the game quite as fast as you've done in previous games. Now, that's fine. I don't really mind the grindy aspect of it, but here's where we get some problems, because I did not mention this, and I definitely should have, but you can't sell your cars. This is the first Gran Turismo game where you cannot sell your cars, because I actually got a duplicate of a car that I won in a race that I already owned, and I was like, great, I'll sell it. I'll get some credits. Can't sell your cars in this game. All right, so they're kind of trying to restrict how fast you can go through the main game. Okay. You know what? That's not a bad thing. It's not a terrible thing. I would like to be able to sell my cars. I feel like it would be able to give you a boost, but it's not a bad thing, because let's be real. You're always going to be able to cheese something in the game. There's always going to be a certain car that does well on a certain track or a certain race, that the race will give you a lot of money. So you can cheese that, grind it for an hour or two, and still get money. And at first, they had this in the game. There's many videos of it up on YouTube. I haven't filmed any of my Gran Turismo 7 footage, so I'm just using the stock footage that they have of this game. But you could do that. There were certain guides out there that would basically say, hey, you know what? You can make X amount of credits in an hour doing this over and over again. And yes, it wasn't as big of a payout as you would get from potentially selling cars, or that you would get potentially in previous games, but it still worked. Okay, it still got the end result was that you still had money. You still had credits to spend. And it wasn't like, hey, you want to top off your funds there with real world money? No. And I was able to look past all that, because at its core, it was still a great game. But today, the shit has hit the fan. They literally took a shit in their hand and they threw it at a fan, and then they ducked. And we were all standing behind that fan because there's shit all over our face, because now they decided to do an update. And all the events that you could previously cheese have now been drastically limited and changed up. So you don't make quite as much money. You don't make quite as much money in the game anymore. So you took away my ability to sell cars and limited my money. But at least I knew I could make money doing certain events with certain vehicles that I could unlock in the game. However, you realized that people were doing this and getting good cars in the game, so you took it away. You minimalized it. You made it less of a thing so that you could earn money. And the thing of it is, credits are not earned just to buy cars. They're used to upgrade your car as well. So that if you buy a certain car and you want to be able to use that certain car in the game, you could use your in-game credits to do it. But no. We got to restrict how you get credits. We got to restrict. They're literally restricting how you make money in the game. Do not restrict that. Give me the ability to sell a car like I could do in real life. This is a simulation game. Why can I not sell my car? And if I can't sell my car, at least make the events worth my time. That's what they're doing here. They're not respecting anyone's time. By doing this, they're saying you need to put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game. Or you could just give us real world money and earn some credits, but you're still not even gonna be able to buy a lot of stuff. But you know what? I'm able to look past that somewhat. In a weird, sick, sadistic way, I'm able to look past that just a little bit, because what did I say? I enjoy the core gameplay. I enjoy playing the game. I look on my Twitter. 2 nights ago, I was talking about getting a racing chair and a racing wheel to experience Gran Turismo 7 because I used to have one for Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 3. Me and my buddy, we had a steering wheel. We attached it to a damn stool, and we would go all out with that shit. It was so much fun. But now I'm not so sure, because today, all day, a mere 10 days after the game has released, mind you, I've been trying to play Gran Turismo 7. And I can't. I literally can't. You start up the game and it says, oh, you can't connect to the server. And I thought, well, there's something wrong with my internet connection. I had some internet problems a couple weeks ago. I just got a new router. My phone is still online. My netbook is still, or my Chromebook is still online. What the hell's going on here? I'm still signed into PlayStation, but the Gran Turismo 7 servers are down. So because the servers are down, you can't play anything in the game. Now, I understand that there's a multiplayer component to this game. I totally get that. So I shouldn't be able to experience the online multiplayer component where I'm racing against people doing car clubs or shit like that. I fucking understand that. What I don't fucking understand is why a single player racing game cannot be played without an internet connection. And at first, I overlooked this. Because I thought, you know what? Really, when it boils down to it, most of the time when we're playing our systems, we're online. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. Surprise, motherfuckers, it was a big deal. Because when the servers are having issues, they made a tweet about this. They've been down for literally 12 hours. Okay, what if like this was like your one day off? Like I'm a unique individual because I work from home. Okay, I make videos and shit. So I'm able to, you know, play games whenever pretty much I want to, unless I'm working on a video or something. But what if like this Thursday was your one day off from work and you bought Gran Turismo 7 for $70, mind you, and you can't play the game all damn day because the servers are down 10 days after the game launched? Are you out of your fucking mind, Sony and Poly suck my ass? Are you out of your mind? This is insane. Put in offline single player. I don't even understand why that's not able to be a thing, because there's literally missions in the game. Maybe you don't have a lot of the other stuff from the game, but I don't understand. It's not like you can cheese the system, because you already took away the ability to cheese the system with doing certain races with certain vehicles. So what the fuck difference does it make if I'm online or offline when I'm playing this game? Because the rewards are always going to be the same. You can't game the system anyway. But no. Let's make it so you only play this game online when the servers are up, and let's make it so that we make it so when you can actually play the game, you can't play it because the credits are just dwindling, and you won't be able to buy your car you want. You won't be able to get that certain vehicle. You won't be able to get that certain upgrade in a racing game. And you know what? You know what even made me more angry? I was like, okay, you know what? Gran Turismo's borked today. That's fine. You know, maybe it'll come back up tonight. But however, I can go download Forza Motorsport 7 on my Xbox Series X because I'm a Game Pass member. I booted up my Xbox Series X. Can't download Forza Motorsport 7 because of licensing issues. So what? So tie the licensing issues into this. What if the licensing issues affect this game and you always have to be online? And one of these companies is like, oh, well, our agreement's over. So now what are you gonna do? You're gonna pull the cars from the game that I already spent the credits on, that I probably had to spend dozens of hours to unlock this vehicle to get enough credits to unlock it, and then you're gonna take it away from me? Fuck this game. Legit. Gran Turismo 7 can suck my ass. I will continue to play it when it gets back online, but I'm finding an alternative. I'm going to probably buy Forza 7 physically because you could still do that. And I just wish I could download it via Game Pass because I'm paying for the damn service. But I'm probably going to play that because at least they'll respect my time. At least I don't have to worry about always being online with that game. At least I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is commonplace for single player racing games. Maybe I'll play my old Gran Turismos. I'll fire up Gran Turismo 4 on my PlayStation 2, the superior Gran Turismo experience. I'll download a Gran Turismo on my PSP, play it on my PS Vita or something. I'm done. Goodbye.